Hello, guys. Welcome to Rex Arthur TV. This is the Rex Arthur Show. And today we are doing the LGBTQ. Of course, we are the LGBTQ channel that discusses LGBTQ issues with an LGBTQ perspective and a humanistic approach. And today we are looking at the LGBTQ website of the week. And this is The Advocate, one of the best websites in the world when it comes to LGBT issues. And so what we do during the LGBT website of the week, we show you what websites are out there and what they are covering, and so that you can visit them on your own free time. And now we have a firestorm, and this is about race. And The Advocate talks about very many issues. It's a very well written, has very well written articles. I like them for that. And they have been in the business for quite some time. And so today they're looking at race issues, where Firestorm, after Beat Meidler tweets, "Women are N-word of the world." I think she's a feminist, and so she decided to say that women are the, when you say, I'm allowed to say nigger because I'm black, so I'll say it. So women are the niggers of the world. That's what Bette Midler has said. Of course, she can't say it out because she is white, and I don't know, it's a very interesting. I was having a discussion with somebody, and he was telling me how the Hispanics call the black people in America negrito, and I was like, but that's no different to nigger in the way the whites were doing it. But I think it's because it doesn't sound nice if it comes from a white person because of the history. So the historical situation makes white people not to say the word nigger. But the Hispanics, especially Mexicans, really did not enslave black people. But if they did, they would also be in trouble saying negrito. But negrito is not a historic word in America. So that's why the Hispanics are using it when they see black people, negrito, and it goes on. But nigger, everybody knows it was really used in America, and so it's a historic word, and that's why white people don't use it. So for her, I think she's trying to say, she's coming from a feminist angle, and she's trying to say that women are the ones who are stepped on, and they are misused, and their rights are denied, and all of these. So she decided to do this, but it's now causing a firestorm, because I think it's because she's white, so she shouldn't even dare use the N-word, and I think that's why people are fighting her. I can't help her now. Let her fight her battles. But what do you think? Do you think white people should be allowed to use it? No, I don't think they should, on the basis of the historical situation. Just leave it out. Yeah, leave it out. Don't bother with it. It's history. It's not present. Presently, white people now know black people are human beings, and they are not worth enslaving, on the basis that we are all workers. We can work and we deserve our pay. Because a slave is somebody who is not paid, and is put under, and his rights are denied. So personally, I say a white person should avoid it. Yes, saying the N-word. Otherwise, you'll get in trouble. Now, you see, she was trying to push the feminist cause, but now people are looking at her as a racist. So she lost. She lost focus. She should have just stuck on saying, women are. Anyway, she can do whatever she wants. She's an adult. Let's go on. Dana Goldberg, as usual, every time they advertise her show, and I hope you're watching it for those who can watch it. And then you can subscribe to Advocate, 14.95 USD per year, and you can see diversity. Love is love, and then the rainbow heart and the rainbow flag, then LGBTQ, then you have our black brother there. He is holding a flag, and then you have a Chinese whatever. She could be queer or non-binary, and she also has a flag. Of course, you can see diversity is shown here. Very nice. Well done. So you can subscribe. Okay, from homeless to hero for HIV positive youth. That's a nice story to read. Of course, nobody has read it. I think it's early morning in America, so the articles are still fresh. So no shares. So we are in Africa. It's already afternoon. And here, 25 photos to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of Physique Pictorial. Look at that. Sexy men, biceps, worship. We talked about male erotica. And some of us, we are loving men's bodies, and others love women's bodies. Lesbians love women's bodies. And gay men love men's bodies. And that's the freedom. And bisexuals love both men and women's bodies. So this is the world we are in. And it's great. So let's celebrate Physique Pictorial. And middle-aged sexless marriage. What's to be done? So these are the middle-aged people who are married without sex being an issue. And then looking back on a year of Physique Pictorial, we've already discussed that. HIV positive and lonely. Yes, this is a very good article to look at. And 2 shares already. Early morning. Those are very people who are awake. And they are discussing how you can be HIV positive and lonely. And what I can encourage HIV positive people to do is go and be friends with people, and this reduces stigma. And though personally my view is I don't blame HIV positive people. I blame the HIV negative people that stigmatize HIV positive people. Why are they lonely? They are lonely because they live in a society that stigmatizes their status. And so for me, I don't attack HIV positive persons. Even this article, I hope it doesn't do that. It should be focused to the HIV negative people to make them understand. I mean, like the LGBTQ movement, they should talk more. We talk more to the straight people who are homophobic. Yes, we talk to them. We engage them in debates because it is them. If they become allies, then LGBT lives will matter and they will be lived fully. But if you don't talk to homophobes, there's a problem. They will continue suppressing you and oppressing you because we still live in a heteronormative world whereby LGBT persons are discriminated against. So even in HIV positive and negative, the people you should talk to more are the HIV negative people to come out and not to stigmatize or discriminate against HIV positive persons. I'm going to do a very good video on HIV, maybe next week preferably, and it's going to cover all what we are supposed to do with HIV positive people. We are supposed to love them and we are supposed to be with them. And secondly, HIV is gone. It's dead. It's dead and dusted. Yes, it is. And I'm going to prove to you why. We now have PrEP, we have PEP, and we have the ARVs. These are the things that are reducing HIV in the society. And so what we are supposed to encourage is adherence to all the medications that are out there for both negative people and positive people. I'll discuss that in that video. It is going to be fun. You don't want to miss it. Colette Rebecca Root is blazing a new frontier for trans actors. There you are. So there, trans actors are now involved. And this is a beauty of LGBT, what I call Rainbowwood, Hollywood of Rainbow. We are having actors everywhere. And this is the best news ever. You know, we have now lesbian actors, we have gay actors, we have intersex actors, we have bisexual actors, we have transgender actors, we have asexual actors, we have ally actors, we have pansexual actors. We are in heaven. Hallelujah. Okay, let's go on. And Anita Hill says she wouldn't confirm Brett Kavanaugh. Wow, this is very big, and this is in the politics. And look at that, 73 shares. Oh, I forgot to read Tay Diggs fosters the next generation of artists. Yeah, that's nice, Tay. Yeah, keep on fostering the next generation. We always have to keep on focusing on the future. Ooh, did I do something? I didn't see this. This cruelty can't be ours. I think they're talking about Trump. And I was looking for another story. Yeah, oh, there's Anita. Wow, she's grown old that fast. Have you seen the video, the old video of Anita Hill when she was being questioned? Now she's wearing spectacles. Anyway, I agree with Anita Hill. Yes, today I'm going to give my stand on Brett Kavanaugh. I agree with Anita Hill, not on the basis of who Brett is, but on the basis of the whole fiasco surrounding him. I mean, imagine if Brett is confirmed. If he's confirmed with all this drama, how will people view him as a justice? You know, there's some humans, they will not even pay attention or give him honor because of what has happened. Basically, this will divide the Supreme Court and it will divide America the more. So if I was Trump, I would just pick another guy. Yes, I would. I would pick another guy. And I know Brett Kavanaugh, I mean, the record speaks for itself. He's a good lawyer, according to his own estimation and other people. And of course, I prefer justices that are non-partisan and do not even show us what they believe. But you can't stop a judge from having beliefs because he's a human being. He's free to express himself. So he can get a job somewhere else. He can go back to the farm where he's working. He can go and be a judge somewhere else. But the Supreme Court, no. He shouldn't be confirmed because it's too murky. What has happened has disgraced the country beyond, in the sense that there's somebody who has beef with him. You see, Dr. Ford has issues with him, and so they needed to have dealt this issue. Of course, I remember listening to the whole debate and questioning, and he said they were supposed to have a discussion, a private discussion. You know, every time there's sexual assault issues, in my view, you should have private in chamber, in camera sessions, because sex is a private issue. But the moment you bring sex out in the public, oh my goodness. You see, even Kavanaugh had to cry. I mean, people were now thinking about his sex life. You see? And it would have been done in private. I don't know. America is just a very interesting country. But personally, I agree with Anita. There is no need to confirm Brett. And Trump should pick somebody else. Then secondly, this is now my own view for the American justice system. There is a need to make justices above party, non-partisan. And they should go through vetting that is non-partisan. And this happens in other countries in Africa. It's strange, America doesn't have that system because they kind of reward the winning president. That when the president wins, he's allowed to pick any judge of his kind, and the judge goes through vetting by the bipartisan committee. Now, imagine if the bipartisan committee is from a house that has majority from one party. It's done. The guy is going to pick his judges. Now, look what has happened in America. That means America is going to become a Republican nation. And yet it is not a Republican nation because the Democrats also have a majority. I mean, Hillary won the majority vote. So that means there are very many Democrats in America, or who like voting. You see? That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't know, American democracy is at its its worst time. It's at its worst time because it's thoroughly divided and it's going to war. And we're going to wait to see what's going to happen in the midterm elections. But I am of the view that all justices, even those in state courthouses, they should go through what you call a diversity test. And a diversity test means you will be vetted on the basis of whether you discriminate against men or women, gay or straight, LGBTQ or not LGBTQ, white or black. If you have a record. Yeah, so Anita Hill says that, and I would call a diversity test to allow the judges to, and the judges have to pass the diversity test. Alternatively, it may not even need to be an interview. You can just give them an exam, and the exam will have questions about diversity challenges and issues and wars, so that if they fail that exam, then they don't deserve to be in that office. And I would not only give this to justices, I'll give this to all federal workers, all government workers. They will have to sit for a diversity exam whereby views on everything, even abortion, yes, because that's the reason why people don't want Brett. It's because they know that the abortion rights sector is in trouble if you put him there. And so that's why I support a system whereby somebody says, if you want to have an abortion, it's fine. If you don't want to have an abortion, it's also fine. Yes, that is where I would love to have justices who are above that and only decide a case as it comes, but not to decide a case based on party lines or values. It's a very hard topic. I think I'm going to talk about this when I'll talk about jurisprudence, because I think there's when it comes to human rights, you should be thoroughly neutral and be a humanitarian. All justices should be humanitarians. Then when it comes to other things, like I like what happened in the Masterpiece case of the LGBTQ people. Yes, that was at least, it was a balanced judgment in the sense that you can be LGBTQ and don't side with the complainants. Yes, because of you look at the law. But I'm not of the type of person whereby you pick a justice whom you know full well he is going to change things in that country to fit your interests. That's what Trump was a bit sleazy. He picked somebody very young guy who will stay in power and can even change the abortion laws, and then who knows, even gay marriage. That is where I didn't support the pick of Trump. Okay, let's finish. LGBTQ college athletes to cheer for. There you are. We also are athletic. Heathers will air on US TV in 5-night binge event. And then Senator Heitkamp tears up as she announces opposition to Kavanaugh. Yes. I am with all of these people who are opposing him. I'm not opposing Kavanaugh on the basis of what happened in his life. Because another thing we need to understand about humanity, we are all flawed beings. If you hire people based on what they have done, I'm telling you, you'd get very few humans to hire. Humans are prone to err. And Kavanaugh could be bright, but he can also make mistakes. You see, even Bill Clinton was the president of America, but he had an error. Yes, it was his weakness. And I'm going to talk about this later on. As I've said, morality and leadership and positions. I think the world is coming to a place whereby we need to really understand humanity. Are we out there to have a secular Calvinism, whereby people are pure, they don't make mistakes, and if you make a mistake, you're gone? I think the world needs to sit down again, and of course, maybe America, because I only see this in America. They are so obsessed with sex scandals that if you are involved in sex scandal, you go. And I don't think that's what should happen. Because you see, the problem of that is you'll create situations whereby you will be tempted. Every time someone will bring some sex doll comes to you and traps you, and then you're reported that now you were like this. And then your life is just destroyed just because of sex. Of course, I know sexual assault is bad, but not sex that was consensual and then now has turned to be non-consensual because you're going to get into power. It's a very, very dicey game that's being played in America. That's my view. And for Kavanaugh, I would step down and say, you know what? It's enough. People are attacking me. They don't want me. Let me step down. And then Trump, I wish America was in a place whereby they can change the system, but they can't. Because I know Trump will still pick somebody who is more Republican or more conservative than ever. And so basically the pessimist will just say, you know what, just let Brett go through, because anyway, he will remove Brett and bring another Brett. And this other Brett that will come in will have no scandal whatsoever. And then he's confirmed, and then he actually even changes and affects the abortion laws. And you'd even say we'd better have Brett than the new guy. So it's a very, America is in real big dilemma. But we want to see what's going to happen. But as I've said, whether dilemma or no dilemma, I wouldn't have confirmed Kavanaugh. That's my view. CBS executive on leave after calling Stephen Colbert, Hugh Jackman gay. You see? These are the things. Sexual scandals all the time. Education Department probes claim of restroom assault by gender fluid child. Come on. It's just... I don't know. Assault by a child? We'll have to read that before we go. Scientology's homophobia unmasked. There you are. Tom Cruise Church is in trouble of homophobia. Very sad. How can you have the name Scientology, science, and you're homophobic? It is a joke. 5 questions for drag pioneer Juanita Moore. Okay, there is a drag queen. Will and Grace is bringing gay and love and marriage to America this fall. Congratulations for Will and Grace. New TV series will show Leonardo da Vinci as the gay man he was. Yes, beautiful. And Leonardo da Vinci was gay. And very interestingly, if you read Sigmund Freud's book about Leonardo da Vinci, you will see the gay life of Leonardo da Vinci. Genius. He was a gay genius. And we are happy for that TV series that will show him as that. And this lesbian escaped Scientology. She's now ringing the alarm. Oh my, so sad. Oh, very sad about that. But as long as your church is officially homophobic, that church needs a cane. It needs a wake-up call. And it needs ringing the alarm. And you have to ring on the alarm on every church that is not progressive. This is the only way we can help religion. Religion needs help. Yes, religion needs help. Especially the religions that are homophobic. They lack science. Completely lack science. I'm telling you, please, this is Mayday. Religions that are homophobic need help and they need science. So I'm grateful she is telling us about Scientology. And I also encourage LGBT persons of faith, please stand up strong. Stand very strong in your faith and your sexuality. because it is possible and it is real. The Connors Laurie Metcalf to play Hillary Clinton on Broadway. Wow, Hillary Clinton has got herself a play. And 81 sweaty pics of guys blowing off steam at Deviant's The Folsom Finale. Look at that. Nice club. Oh, everyone is touching each other. We are running there. At this hospital, trans women get makeup lessons with their surgeries. There you are. And how America got hooked on Oxy. Singapore's crazy rich Asians push to overturn anti. Yeah, this is. Imagine, Singapore is a very rich country and is homophobic. I'm like, what? What is this? A very organized country. Extremely organized. Flourishing in profit. And it's homophobic? That is the greatest irony in the world. And I'm so happy the rich Asians are pushing for that. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says bathroom bill not on his agenda. As usual, we know Texas. 111 more pics of studs, pups, dads and bears flaunting it at Folsom. There you are, very sexy. Look at that, diversity of chests. My God, all of them are good, but some are greater. And Minnesota to issue non-binary gender-neutral driver's licenses. Congratulations. When men regained hearing, his boyfriend proposed. Oh, when a man, he regained his hearing. Okay. I think we can stop there. Okay, let's finish the week. October 1st. Batwoman Ruby Rose is the most dangerous woman on the internet. Keira Knightley shares a queen's kiss in Colette's clip. And there's a new way to point and laugh at the Trumps. As usual, our favorite family to poke on. The Trumps. I don't know what Mike Pence is doing there. And then GOP House candidate. Illiterate blacks enabled LGBTQ protections. Goodness. Oh, the price of freedom of expression is so high. From Mexico's to Hurricane Maria, fight Trump's lies any way you can. Pose and sober gay New York City Council speaker recalls darker days. Congratulations to that speaker. He's gay and he's telling us his stories. And 110 photos from the biggest bisexual pride event that took place last week. And the hottest play in Palm Springs is staged at Nude Men's Resort. Teens not too picky when it comes to pot. HIV positive lesbian Maria Mejia continues to inspire. Well done, Maria. Keep on. Keep on being positive in your HIV positiveness. Outfest to honor Poe's Dear White People Creator Ad Legacy Awards. Yes, that's wonderful. High schoolers spell out anti-LGBTQ racial slurs in senior photo. There you are, American high schools. Queen's gay footman quits after demotion for courting publicity. Oh, so sorry. That's very sad. He was demoted for, there's still homophobia in the royal family, the royal household. Hillary responds to Kavanaugh blaming Clintons for assault allegations. America. Cameroon's response to lesbian witches, rape and torture. Yeah, this is a very sad story that has happened in Cameroon. And you see, LGBTQ persons are very spiritual. And so some people take it to mean they are witches. And so they rape them and torture them. And as I said, in South Africa, there's Isangoma. She died this year. There's an Isangoma. She's a healer. And she's a lesbian. And she died. But she wasn't killed. Of course, she died of old age. But what I'm trying to say, protect LGBTQ persons. Africa. These people are important. Africans tend to be spiritual. So it's ironic that they're killing LGBTQ persons. They are special. And they deserve protection and understanding. Don't kill them. Don't rape them. Don't torture them. But engage with them. Let them live their lives. Brett Kavanaugh loses Harvard teaching gig. There you are. The price of sexual assault is that hard and high. The Advocates podcast filmmaker AG Mattioli on the power of words. Yes, the power of words. Very true. Jury convicts dad who killed daughter to get back at a queer mom. Oh no. So sad. I mean, when you find out your spouse is queer, please find a way of either staying or divorce them quietly if you can't handle their queerness. Fantastic Beasts director Dumbledore will have sensual gay scenes. Congratulations. 109 mostly nude pics of lewd behavior at Folsom Street. Trump reverses pro-LGBTQ policy from Hillary Clinton's State Department. Sad, 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 sad times 1,000. These dames spill the cinematic tea. Okay. These college kids is using Grindr to hook up HIV testing. Yeah. I think we should be positive about HIV. Yes. I'm going to talk about this in our great HIV video we're going to do maybe next week. And we're going to do it very well. And you should be positive about... First thing you have to know, you can get HIV. That's what people need to understand. And it doesn't mean you're a bad person when you get it. Yes. Secondly, if you haven't got it, do test. And keep on testing. And you will be on the safe side. The LGBTQ movement ignores rising income inequality. Wow, that's a very nice commentary to read. And the 12 LGBTQ movies in theaters this fall. I'll have to come back and visit the Advocate. Very nice articles. 24 shots of naked Romanian guys fighting violence against women. Congratulations. Look at that guy. He has a nice spandex. North Carolina law doesn't restrict trans restroom access, judge rules. Trans folks want babies too. Yes, they do. And Transgender Leadership Initiative awards money to fight HIV. Indian police arrest lesbian for rejected partner's suicide. Ooh, so sorry. California outlaws all male corporate boardrooms. Wow, that's big news. Anyway, I can support that because LGBTQ, the world is LGBTQ. We are both male and female. Of course, there are some instances whereby you'll only have males. Yes, it's understandable. Like bathroom. The male bathroom guys are bathing and all of these things. So I don't know whether California is really right to do that. But I know they are trying to kill the patriarchal sentiment that is around in the most of the world. But I am of the view, I wouldn't take California's way. I would say, have whatever corporate boardrooms you have, but give incentives to boardrooms that value diversity. I would give incentives to corporates that value diversity. But at the same time, I would not interfere with the corporate makeup of a boardroom. Because you can have an organization that is purely for women issues, and you may not really want to have a man on the board. I don't know. Maybe we should. We'll discuss this next time about diversification of the corporate world. But please don't get me wrong. I support diversification of the corporate world, but I also support freedom of association. And people should associate with whomever they want to associate with. Kavanaugh started bar fight that sent man to jail. College friend. You see, Kavanaugh is going through... I'm telling you, all the skeletons from his closet are going to come out. If I were him, I would step down now and just go away before my skeletons are all out. Why should they be out? Coming to terms with my teenage rape. There you are. Gay man on trial for allegedly tricking 4 straight men into sex. I don't know about that. Azusa Pacific Cougars. After one big university brings back ban on same-sex relationships. Sad. And Kavanaugh's nomination has already done enough damage. Yes, it has. Folsom Fest Day 1, 111 photos of muscle mass and testosterone. 57 photos of men exposed by Joey Sabro. Hillary Clinton adds star power to Andrew Gillum's in Florida race. The Trevor Project and the LGBTQ youth need you. Jonathan Van Ness on finding compassion for Republicans. And watch, Naomi throws shade at Cardi, Nikki, and Kendall. Interesting. And Matt Damon impersonates Brett Kavanaugh. Okay, we have stopped at September 30th. Of course, this was very funny. As a screaming man-child, of course, when he was crying and blah, blah, blah. Alright, guys, thank you so much for joining us on exploring, going on internet safari and seeing we have traveled through the land of Advocate, the best, one of the best websites in LGBTQ sphere. Gotta go. Enjoy your weekend.